The Dow slumps 367 on economic fears. The Dow's loss is its worst since August, thanks to weakness in financial stocks. Caterpillar sees the weakest market for trucks in 50 years. Oil prices tumble after topping $90 a barrel overnight. The one bit of good news: Google had terrific earnings. Dow Jones Industrials closed down about 367 points, or 2.6%, to just under 13,522. Standard & Poor's 500 index was off about 39 points, or 2.6%, to about 1,501. And the NASDAQ was off roughly 74 points, or 2.7%, to 2,725. The sell-off was the market's worst performance since early August, when the global credit crunch was rolling markets around the world. It capped the U.S. market's worst weekly loss since July. If there was any good news on that lousy day, it was this: it was not anything at all like what happened 20 years ago today, on October 19th, 1987, when the Dow dropped nearly 23% in a day. There was little to cheer about. Financial stocks were a problem because of gnawing concerns that the credit crisis of last summer isn't yet resolved. There was even talk of recession, especially when construction equipment maker Caterpillar said it saw no improvement in the U.S. construction industry on the horizon, and added that the market for big trucks was the worst in 50 years because of high fuel costs. Caterpillar is a major builder of diesel engines and trucks. Not even Google, whose big earnings report helped the stock move up 0.8% to about $644.71 on the day, could help the market. None of the 30 stocks in the Dow finished with gains on the day, and only 27 S&P 500 stocks finished up on the day. The weakness was broad, including energy, financials, semiconductors, and gold. Crude oil, which hit $90.02 a barrel in overnight trading, was down 1.5% to $88.10. That prompted a sell-off in energy stocks. Financial stocks were battered thanks to a weak earnings report. But hanging over all the financial stocks were two issues: the subprime mortgage mess. Would the big companies be able to put together a fund to take some of the worst performing securities in their portfolios? If it can't be done, many distressed mortgage-related securities will get dumped and cause potentially a lot of financial distress. The health of regional banks. They have been reporting increasing problems with mortgages, credit card accounts, and auto loans. Right now, financial stocks are like radioactive waste. Michael James, senior equity trader, told Bloomberg News, people just do not want to touch them. The Dow lost 4 12.1% on the week. Its third worst weekly performance on the year, and the worst since the week of July 23rd, when it fell 4.23% as the credit crunch began to emerge. The S&P 500 dropped 3.9%, and the NASDAQ fell 2.9%. Google's big earnings report. The search giant late Thursday reported net income for the third quarter of $1.07 billion, or $3.38 per share, up 46% from $773.4 million, or $2.36 per share in the same period a year ago. At Google, revenue also soared, jumping 57% to $4.23 billion. Net revenue came in at $3.01 billion. Yes, in 5 years will be 2012. Lessons from Black Monday. The Dow dropped 23% in one day, sending the markets to a screeching halt and causing massive panic on Wall Street. There was no one factor that triggered the crash, but many things contributed. Oil prices were rising, the dollar was falling, there was corruption and hostile takeovers on Wall Street, and stocks had been enjoying a bull run for a few years. And then Black Monday came. The 1987 crash was worse than the 7% loss the Dow suffered when the markets finally opened after the terrorism of September 11, 2001.